beautiful souls, and happy Wednesday. I think it is. Oh my God, I apologize once again for the stuff round of times. Yeah, I got caught up a little bit this morning and didn't make it on time. So I made it to this time. So I hope some of my fellow Aussies have finished work, can listen to this on the way home from work and tune in from wherever you are, those in the States and my other beautiful community members. I hope that you are having an amazing week so far. I was inspired to do this live today. I will do a bit of an energetic check-in, which will include a bit of psychic insight and guidance to help us move forward. Hey, Denise, how are you, girlfriend? This live was really inspired because I've been pleasantly inundated again with people booking in their psychic sessions with me, which I really do appreciate. Thank you for choosing me to be your reader. Love that. Oh, hey, Graceful. So good to see you. And especially the 2025 video readings that I'm doing at the moment, where you can purchase a video message, a video reading with me. You can ask some questions if you want. If not, you can just keep it open and I'll just conduit and give you everything that Spirit feel you need to know to help you have the most successful outcomes for 2025. But even in those readings, I was getting a little bit stuck in the energy, and I use the word stuck loosely, but the guidance that was coming through for everybody was more so of what they should do, what they can do, the actual inspirational steps and processes that they can, hey, Kim, that they can apply to their lives to help them move forward, because it's at the point at this tail end of the year especially where, and this has been a karmic year where everyone has, whether you want to admit it or not, has learnt specific lessons, or you know, you've been releasing the illusion of certain aspects of your life. And I can give everyone the psychic prediction, which obviously keeps you hopeful, keeps you optimistic, keeps you inspired and holding on to that bloody on the rails for dear life and all that sort of stuff. But I'm finding most people just need some guidance or reassurance or a higher perspective or something, which I typically underestimate that people need. Obviously, everyone loves the psychic guidance, like I said, but I think I did underestimate how much people need the practices and the skills and the strategies to help them shift their energy. So that's the purpose of today's live. So I hope it makes sense. G'day, Chris. Hey, Tracy. So good to have you all here. Hey, Anna. Starseed here. Awesome. Hey, Bev. How you going? And Georgie. I asked for guidance to move forward. Excellent, Anna. Excellent. Well, you're in the right place. Hopefully we can offer you what you need today. For those who are new, obviously super chats are active. So if you do want me to answer you a one-on-one psychic question, I am happy to do that. I honor super chats first, but if not, when I get to the tail end of this, I'm happy to hopefully help some of you. If you do have a more self-development, law of attraction, personal development type question that you want or need us to help you with today, I would love to do that for you, especially if you're a deliberate creator. As you know, I love creating my own reality. It's panned out wonderfully. There's a video coming out shortly on the year that was for me and what I applied and all that sort of stuff. But that's what I'm here to help you guys with. So I am very self-taught, spirit-led, and I'm always spiritually guided. So I follow my intuition most predominantly in all my life. So my biggest challenge over the last probably 4 to 6 weeks is to help those who are probably more logically thinking. They're the strategists, they're the thinkers, and which is totally foreign for me because I'm the complete opposite. Being a Capricorn by sun, I'm very earthly and very grounded and obviously spirit-led for the last 30 years. So it takes a lot to ruffle my feathers or get me off course, so to speak. But yeah, it's been an absolute challenge, I suppose, to help those who are more so critical thinkers. It's a wonderful skill to have, but I'm noticing that the critical strategic thinkers are being asked to get more into their emotional intuitive space, and those who are like me are sort of being guided to get more into that headspace. So that's the duality that we've got going on there. So yeah, I have channeled some messages. I sat down for about 20 minutes early and I channeled some guidance of how I can help the collective the best that I can as a collective to help you move forward into 2025, how you can best manage your time, your lineal time, your energy and your focus for the rest of the year, given that we've just gone through a very turbulent 2024, which is a karmic year, a year of learning lessons, a year of making new choices and decisions for ourselves, the activation of our own sovereignty and free will, and obviously for a lot of people making those hard decisions and choices that may actually affect or influence others in a way which, you know, can often create discord and separations and all that sort of stuff. A lot of beautiful souls have made their transition this year as well, because that was their next best logical step. There's been a lot going on this year, but my main focus is because I am a psychic and I do the future prediction and I help guide and transmute and alchemize energy through a variety of ways moving forward. That's what I'm going to try and do for you guys today. So hopefully I can do this justice. But anyway, if anybody wants to let me know just quickly before, well, we'll give the notifications a quick 1 more minute to get out there in case anyone else can join us. If you want to let me know how you're feeling, what's going on for you, anything like that. If you do want to book in for a private session with me, you guys, all my links are down below. You can get me at misspsychicd.com.au. My 2025 video messages are going to stop in about a week's time or so. So if you want to get into that, you can. Please also know that when you book through my website, I do have a pay in 4 system in place. So you can actually purchase your reading, but pay it in 4 installments. So if you're having a bit of a tricky time affording anything right now, you can do it that way. And yes to everyone that's inquiring, I am offering gift certificates as well. So if you want to buy yourself a gift certificate to say Merry Christmas to yourself, or if you'd like to pay it, get one for somebody else for Christmas, you're more than welcome to do that also. Lots of lessons learned. What a year. What an absolute year this has been. But I can guarantee you and assure you, everybody, that if you prepave your energy, which means get into the best thinking and feeling space that you can moving into 2025, 2025 has the potential of being a corker, which means much better, much more easy, much more effortless, but you are the creator. You have to deliberately create the life that you desire. So, thanks so much. And thank you so much to everybody that's leaving such positive feedback, sending me feedback. I'm updating my website as well, so I'll apply your true testimonials to my website very soon. But thank you to everyone that just jumps on my posts like Graceful just did and commented on with how much you loved your readings. I appreciate that. Hello, Joshua. All right, let's get into this, because otherwise I'll keep talking and chatting. Hello to everyone that's going to join the replay. Awesome. Love that for you guys. All right, so I'm going to try and keep this as articulate and as specific as I can. If you do need a bit of if you want me to expand on anything, please let me know. I'm here for you guys. That's what I'm here for. But the best thing that we can do for ourselves for the remainder of the year is to simply write it out. That's going to sound really patronizing to people because everybody wants that, the quick fix or the answers or the solutions, or they feel like if they're very logical and strategic, they're going to feel like they need to do something to get them to move forward. But the overall guidance that Spirit was saying to me is that we're just to ride the rest of the year out. So I said, well, if we're to ride out the rest of the year, what's the best thing that we can do that's going to be conducive with where we're going? And they basically said, take this time out to explore your options. And I know sometimes it's very, very difficult to explore options when you don't know whether or if you even have options available. We're here to confirm for you that there are options and opportunities that are coming in for each and every one of you as an individual, but you need to get into that energetic knowing that there are options, solutions available to you at any given time. I've been waiting for the karmic rewards, or the opposite, but not what I thought, unless it has come yet. Okay. Third eye opening. How does this happen? Okay. What I might do is I might just get through this little pitch and then I'll come back and answer your questions, because it's a different state of consciousness for me when I'm channeling information and sharing it, to trying to understand what your comments are saying and reading it. So I'll be back. But it's actually funny that Graceful mentioned about a third eye opening, because even though we said ride the rest of the year out and explore your options when it comes to the 3D world, they're also asking everybody to explore your newfound abilities too. So I've been saying in my lives over the course of the last 2 to 3 months that has been a soul activation, and a lot of people are realizing that they have spiritual gifts. So whether that's their clairvoyance, their clairsentience, that's the feeling space. The clairvoyance is that seeing space. The claircognizance is that clear knowing and just knowing how to do something right and do it the first time. The ideas generator, that's what I call claircognizance. And the clairaudience, so people have been starting to hear things that aren't, of this world. So you can marry them both, but it depends on where you are at in your own timeline. But it's really important right now to really start exploring your options and to start calling in more for yourself, because more is what is actually coming in. Hey, Lisette, good to see you, darling. They also said if you're feeling a lot of, because the cards I got was anxiety and fear, so I did get I could feel this energy of anxiety and fear that a lot of people, that may be activated in a lot of people right now. A really good way to sort of shift that energy, transmute it, alchemize it, smooth it out, just generally anyway, is to know that you do have options and that they are available to you at any given time. It's part of growth and expansion as a human on this planet, to really fully understand that and know that to be true. But they also said, they basically said just that knowing should relieve anxiety. But it's like you've got to convince yourself that this is true, that this is your knowing. They also said it's a great time to determine and create new boundaries for yourselves moving forward. So if you know what you want and you know how your current reality is, it's time to make the choices and decisions that you need to make right now that are going to create better boundaries, whether this is boundaries and disciplines within yourself. So this is daily routines, daily practices, sort of like living plans. They just said living plans. Or it could be the fact that you've got to set boundaries with other people around you in some way as well. So this is difficult because this is what the pre-paving is. It's the planning of your energy more so than physically acting upon the changes that you want to make. Hey, Gay. Hey, Shaylee. So good to see ya. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Joshua. I'm glad you're here. So ride the rest of the year out by exploring your options. Ride the rest of the year out by tapping in and exploring your newfound abilities and how you can use them to your advantage moving forward. It's time to have a bit of a reflect on 2024 and in the years before, but more so this year, and actually sit down and take the time with self and write down all the lessons that you've actually learnt this year. These can be lessons that you learned about yourself, maybe where your weaknesses lie, maybe where your strengths lie, maybe you've gained a different new perspective by the way that others have treated you so far. Could be anything for you, but I would really recommend that people start more documenting and reflecting on where they've been this year. So, because when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. And I'll show you a process right now, actually, what I do. And I do this all throughout the year. It's not just because it's the end of the year or anything like that. But one thing that's really important to remember is that in life, you're always going to have contrast. So, and you're always going to be growing and you're always going to be expanding. There's no stop or limit to that unless you keep yourself stuck or stagnant. So if you find yourself from this moment forth coming into tricky times or confused times, or you're feeling, you know, what comes to me the most is I'm stuck, I don't know what to do. Grab a piece of paper like this and fold it in half. Fold it in half like that. And then on this side, write down how you're currently feeling and what was the unwanted thing that you experienced. And write it down on this side and do one thing, do 10 things, whatever it is, because it helps purge that issue out of your system. When you actually sit diligently with that, your soul instantly knows what it is that it does want. So this is the releasing and the replacing, the releasing and the replacing. So write down all these things that you don't want. Okay, so I'm going to write down an example right now is I don't want to play safe next year. So that's one of my things. I don't want to play safe next year. And if I know I don't want to play safe, what do I want? I want to explore and adventure more. So I'll just write this down, more. Yeah. So if you don't want to play safe, your soul instantly knows, well, if you don't want to play safe, you're going to have to get out there. You're going to have to explore more. You're going to have to maybe push through the fear or whatever it is that comes up for you and write it on this side and keep going down. I don't want people to use me anymore. I don't want to be treated like a doormat. I don't want to feel like I'm not chosen. I don't want to feel, you know, mentally stuck or stagnant. I don't want to settle for sloppy seconds. Like whatever your thing is, write it down in this list and bloody go on a rampage. But the important thing to remember is that once you release this, your soul knows how to replace it. It may not be replacing it with a permanent solution, but this is how you shift your energy out of this frequency into this frequency much more easier. So for the rest of 2025, if this is all you do, friggin' awesome. Friggin' awesome. There are steps that you can follow on with after doing this, but I can only help you where you are now. And this would be one of the processes, what I don't want, what I do want, what I'm releasing and what I'm replacing it with. If you are very adventurous and after identifying what it is that you do want and you know of a process that you can do after it, well, write that down as well. Write that down as well. That's cool. But for the context of keeping this easy and simple today, that's the first process that I would encourage everybody to do. And then down the track, once you sort of get this clarity, you can rip the wanted side off and make that your focal point. And when you make that your focal point, you might be able to do a vision board based off this list. You may be able to write yourself a promise letter and make sure you stick to it. You may invest in a coach or a mentor or start Googling and researching how you can do this. And once you start getting into that deliberate active creation, it will relieve your anxiety and relieve your fear and will make you feel like you have more control over your destiny, which you actually do. So obviously everything that you do is from free will. You got to choose to do it for yourself because you choose to feel better. But that's one little recommendation as a mentor that I can help you do. So yeah. So and make sure that you create some boundaries. Create boundaries. If you're busy with something and you don't want to be disturbed, you know, let your family members know. I'm just having a bath. Going to be in there for 15 minutes. Turn your phone off so you can't be disturbed. What else? The biggest thing that has been coming up for me this week, sort of kicked off when I did the PTV live last week, was a lot of people are making really big decisions when it comes to their work and stuff because they're not getting along with their co-workers. So there's a lot of people coming to me because they're they're getting picked on at work, or they've been treated like, or spoken to like shit from family, or something like that. That's where you're going to have to create your boundaries. And we did get, don't be afraid to express your vulnerability. You are in some way going to have to be your own voice and be your own cheerleader and step into the power and start creating boundaries by letting people know exactly how you feel, regardless of how they react to it, how they respond to it, or what's the word for it? What kind of response that you're going to get. So obviously that takes balls, takes balls. But when you choose to become a lot more disciplined, and that level of worth and confidence that you deserve better, once you tap into that vibration, you will in turn. I used to really care about whatever other people used to think of me and what they used to say to me behind my back and yada, yada, yada. But over the last 3 years, you just learn not to give a rip. And it's kind of like, really not my circus, not my monkey. And you don't have an emotional attachment to what's going on around you. You really learn to be disciplined and honor yourself first and foremost. And, you know, you do learn to stay in your own lane. So what lessons have you identified and learnt this year? What will you choose to do differently moving forward? So that's what it's about for the rest of the year, you guys. If you can articulate, define, and alchemize that energy within yourself, your ideas, your next best logical steps, all that type of stuff will come into perspective for you, and then you can start deliberately creating your reality from that. So I hope that helped you in some way. Oh, cool. Okay, everyone's saying thank you. So this is something obviously you needed. Oh, perfect, Chris. Perfect. So at the end of the day, what I'd really love to encourage you all, I know everyone's tired and I know everyone's worn out, burnt out. They told me before I jumped on, people are getting burnt out. Coming into the Chrissy season, obviously if you're in retail or you're in a position where the energy is going to start peaking, you know, you got discord happening in family because everybody wants it their own way, and, you know, Betty may be coming to Christmas and you don't like Betty, or, you know, everyone's feeling the pressure because they're working 12-hour shifts and no one's getting a break, and that's the energy is going to amp up, even though it's the most magical time of the year. That kind of energy is going to amp up. Please do take care of yourself. Take care of yourself first and foremost, and try not to let the thoughts and the emotions get away on you to the point where you get anxiety, you get fearful, you get worried, you get concerned and all that. Just come back to self. Come back to self. So, yeah. I'm just going to pack these away because they're distracting me. But I can assure you that more easy and effortless times are going to start unfolding for each and every one of you. Just to address Bev's comment, I've been waiting for the karmic rewards, or the opposite, so karmic debt, I'm assuming, but not what I thought unless it has come yet. Bev, if you want to clarify that, I'm not exactly sure what you mean. Are you just referring to the fact that nothing good's happened to you yet, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean by your comment. And Graceful said third eye opening. How does this happen? It's a state of consciousness, and it's a form of enlightenment. So I think it's actually a really good sign, if I'm honest, if that's been activated, because that does take a higher frequency. That's a really good question, though. I really don't know how to answer it. Yeah, I don't really know. They're not really giving me how to answer that, if I'm honest. And like I say to everybody, this is just what I do. I've got my own gifts and abilities, and I've had to learn about them and research them and practice them. It's like a muscle, and I'm self-taught, spirit-led, so I haven't kind of sat courses and consider myself a teacher in this. So And when I do ask spirit myself, it's usually when I'm in quiet. I haven't got influence around me and stuff, but that's actually a really good question. I'll remember to ask. I got in and out of the shops as quickly as I could today. It was a bit overwhelming, but it wasn't me, it was the crowd. Yeah, and this is what's happening with all the clairsentients out there, because the clairsentience is that feeling space, and the empaths picking up on other emotions. And this is where even pre-paving your day comes into full use, because even I have to do it every single day anyway, being an empath. But if you pre-pave your energy and raise your frequency, you'll probably find that next time you do go shopping or go out into public or get amongst the community or anything like that, you'll find that in time and with practice, you'll only sort of rendezvous with those who are showing kindness, helping somebody else. You'll witness it, you'll be part of it, you'll experience it, you'll get that car spot, you'll find that bargain, you'll get the last thing left on the shelf. All that starts happening when you pre-pave your energy before you step out. So I was just telling my friend how exhausted I am. Spot on, Dan. I can feel. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the same way. I'm feeling the same way, Chris. I say that, and it's not to dismiss how you're feeling, but this is the collective energy at the moment, and it's A, very typical because it is end of year. B, because everyone's burnt out, but the energy of the collective is picking up because it's Christmas and there's so much to plan, there's so much to do, and maybe people don't have enough money to get Christmas presents this year, and the worries and the concerns and all that comes up. So that amplifies it as well. So once again, if even if you can just honor yourselves with 30 minutes to an hour a day, whether it's first thing in the morning, set your alarm and be a bit disciplined and get up a little bit earlier before the family does, before the world starts turning, or as the sun goes down and when you have that quiet time of the night. You can do, they did tell me too, the new evolved version of you is unfolding. So that's why people feel like they're having a bit of a hallway experience. The hallway experience to me is when that old version of self and that old chapter of your life, your book of life, is closing. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I see these new opportunities coming in specifically between January and March, April, depending on where you are, next year. The next 4 weeks is probably where you're going to find yourself in the hallway. And that's the lead up between where you've been and where you're going. It's going to unfold. It's going to be these beautiful spiritual practices and self-development practices that are going to save your bacon moving forward. Yeah. I can relate to the feeling if everyone's energies, it's draining sometimes. I can't walk past someone without feeling their emotions. Well, Joshua, the important thing with that is, once again, shielding your energy. I don't like using the word protection as an energy worker, because if you say, I got to protect myself, 9 times out of 10, most people are projecting something to protect themselves from, and you actually manifest that into your reality. So it's more riff-raff that comes towards you. But if you just shield your energy, you wake up every morning, you go, thank you so much that I get the opportunity to have my heart beating, to be able to create the day that I desire. Thank you for my wonderful bed and for the roof over my head and the food on my plate, my wonderful friends. And I'm so excited to talk to like-minded people today. I'm so excited to go to work and share lovely fresh of baked muffins with everybody. This is all made up shit, but anyway, you know what I mean. But that's how you shield your energy and you raise your vibration. If you can't do that with your own mind, listen to a guided meditation, go for a walk, play with your pet, have a high frequency breakfast or something like that. Shield yourself. It only takes 10 to 15 minutes every single morning to do that. And like attracts like. So in time, in linear time, you'll find that you'll attract higher vibrational, emotional people. You'll be in the right place at the right time, all that sort of jazz. And also, because as soon as I read, I'm hearing that song, ain't nothing gonna break my stride, nobody's gonna tear me down, oh no, I got to keep on moving. The influence of energies around you won't affect you so much. So, and then at the end of the day, sit with yourself and say, I'm feeling a certain way. Maybe it's sad. Maybe it's overwhelmed. Maybe it's angry. Whatever it is, then say to yourself, I acknowledge that I have this feeling going on within me right now. That's cool. It's an indicator to something. Is there something happening in my life for me to feel that way? And if you go, well, no, actually, I've just got that pay rise and I'm feeling really good and everything's working out for me and all that. I don't know why I'm feeling that. 9 times out of 10, you are holding on to other people's energy or emotion. So that's when you know that you'll have to do a cleansing exercise. It can be an egg cleanse. It can be as simple as going in the shower and just saying, Spirit, with full intention, clear anything off me that's no longer for my highest good. Imagine all that stuff going into the water and push it down the drain, back out into the cosmos, back out into Mother Gaia for transmutation. And the thing is with you guys that this has to be a lifestyle. It has to be consistent. It's not let it go for like 3 months until it feels like the world's crumbling around you or you're going through a nervous breakdown or something and then start doing it. And then as soon as you start feeling better, you lapse back to doing it the old way of doing things. This has got to be a lifestyle to a certain degree. I'm doing the work. I guess it will come. It will always will come. But for in your energy, graceful, what's probably going on, and this happens to a lot of people, is that you want something so bad, you've got the desire for it so bad, but your energy is actually focused on the absence. Where is it? Didn't come again today. It's like checking the letterbox, waiting for something, and you just go in there, it's nah. It's like having a pregnancy test when you're trying to conceive and you keep getting negatives. I've helped shift and alchemize energies that are trying to fall pregnant simply by getting them to visualize a positive outcome. Get them to visualize that positive pregnancy test. Visualizing opening up the letterbox and having that lottery win sitting in there. Most times if things aren't coming to you, it's just because you're not in vibrational alignment with it. And this is why it's hard for me to do this for a collective, because everybody's circumstances, everyone's reasons are different as to why they're not experiencing it in their materialized world. I don't visualize, only see black, but the other day I actually seen the color red. Oh, nice, passion. That represents your passion. I would recommend for people who struggle to visualize, do guided visualization meditations where you actually have a voice that you can auditory connect with and that resonates with you, and you just got to keep practicing it. If you struggle creating the life you desire because you don't know what the specific is, try to more so tap into the feeling of what it is that you want, because you only want that material thing. You only want the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the job, the house, the home, the car, the holiday, whatever. You only want that 3D thing because of the feeling that you'll receive from having it. So the trick with energy and manifesting it is to feel it and live it like you have it already. So tap into the feeling space. It feels fun, it feels frisky, it feels aligned, it feels rewarding, it feels easy, it feels effortless, it feels amazing, it feels curious, it feels like I can do anything, it feels empowering, it feels this, it feels that. Like, tap into the feeling space and do a feeling rampage, rather than go, oh, is it Rome? Is it Italy? Like, where am I going this year? Is it Fiji? Is it this? Is it that? Like, and get caught up in that logical process of it all. Tap into the feeling of it. And as the more you do that, your specific will come. Has to be by the water. It's got to be on the Gold Coast. It's in the hinterland. It's 40 minutes out of town. And that's how you get into your specifics. So you can get your specifics from the feeling, or if you know the specifics, it's time for you to get into the feeling of what that specific thing is. I hope I'm not going on too many tangents here. I can feel everybody calling out for something different. I did get a good car spot, and there was a sale on the items I purchased that I didn't know about. Well, winning. Awesome, Denise. That's awesome. I love that for you. Oh, hey, Jamie. How are you? Make sure you subscribe then. Make sure you subscribe. And I promise I will get more consistent with all my shit. I've just started studying as well. So I've got study. I've got new prospects that I'm exploring with my partner. I've got other commitments going on at the moment. So make sure you subscribe and just keep an eye on all my socials, especially just leading into the new year, because when we make appointments, sometimes the consistency on here is a bit hard. Yeah. Hey, Jackie, how are you, gorgeous? Practice makes perfect. I know this, but to keep focusing on the journey. That's all you can do. If you have a dream about that person you're not in contact with, what does that mean it felt real? I've asked Spirit about dreams before, and they said sometimes it's not necessarily about the specifics in the dream, like the people, the places, the actual visual of it. It's the feeling attached to it. So I would do a bit of a self-inquiry, Jamie, and ask what the feeling was attached to that dream. Gay has tried everything for a few years. I just accept that I just see black and now use feeling, etc. Beautiful, Gay. Beautiful. I'm going good, thanks. Just in between clients. Was happy to see I was able to jump on your live. I love that, Jackie. I hope business is going well for you, darling. Let me know how you're going, because I can advertise your business in the Spiritual Shack shortly too if you want, honey. I'm so grateful for the guidance that you provide to the community for free. Don't need to apologise for having a life outside of this channel. I think it's my own perfectionism, Tracy, if I'm honest. It's my own. I actually like consistency and fluidity and all that sort of stuff, but so much wonderful stuff has happened to me personally over the last 2 months, especially 2 to 3 months, and it's been a massive adjustment. So I'm saying it out loud, but I'm probably just reassuring myself. Oh, step outside your comfort zone, kids. Just remember, your journey here in this life is to learn through your contrast. So learning how to release and replace it with something better. And it's about growth, personal growth and expansion. And this is your journey or your journey alone. But you're coming into a time, and I want to say probably within the next 2 weeks, where you're going to have to step outside your comfort zone. That's where the original message of vulnerability came in. You're going to have to be vulnerable, you're going to have to be authentic, and you're going to have to be transparent. So know your boundaries, respect your boundaries, and if you want something new, you're going to have to do something new. You're going to have to step out. I would recommend, if any of you guys are into astrology, into star signs, all that type of stuff, I would encourage you to figure out where your rising sign is and where your north node is. Both of mine are in Scorpio. So when I do tap into readers who specialize in astrology and that, I'm also watch and focus my north node and my rising, because that gives you a more helpful promise as to where you're going. Your sun sign may be really good at validating how you're feeling right now and the who, what, when, and why and all that, but that energy doesn't allow you to kind of expand. Tap into your north node. Tap into your north node and your rising signs. Find out what they are. We've got communication is key. So yes, that's going to come down to you guys being a little bit more vulnerable. If you do have trouble communicating your needs, wants, desires with actual humans outside of yourself, communicate it with spirit through prayer. Tap into a faith system. Write it down, put it in your God box or your intention box, whatever you want to call it. Expect the powerful change that's coming in. They literally said look at the bottom, so before I reshuffled them. No, I don't do astrology whatsoever. I personally, because of my mission here on this earth, I choose not to follow or delve into a lot of other things because it influences my energy too much. So, astrologers I can recommend, yes. Michelle Knight. Michelle Knight is probably the only astrologer that I kind of follow. I have downloaded the Shani app, which is CHANI, the Shani app. I find there, because they got the sun, moon, rising and all that on there. I follow that a lot. I follow Elizabeth Peru mostly when it comes to the energy updates and stuff. If you know somebody, put it in the comments below. Like I say, I just stick with what I know because I can't have my energy influenced too much. But Shaylee loves astrology. Yeah, I'm not scientifically minded. That's why I've got the system coming out, Law of Attraction in action, where I actually show people how to do it in action, in real person point of view. But I just can't get the physics and the literature of it. It just eludes me. So anyway, positive communication is going to be key at the moment for you as well. And confidence. A lot of self-worth, confidence, energy transmutation I've had to do with people over the last week especially. And honestly, I've got so stuck with some of the energies that I've read for. I've had to throw them over to my partner, over to Sean. I said, you need him. That's his forte. He'd be really good at getting you like that, like in an hour. Otherwise, because I do the personal development, it'll be a process. So confidence, it's about working up your confidence, knowing that you are good enough, knowing that you do have value to add to the lives of other people and that you should receive value back. And a lot of people that I've been talking to this past week are still sort of sifting and sorting and transmuting, alchemizing inner child wounding stuff as well. So communication is key. Confidence is your key. And the way to alleviate your anxiety and fear is to step outside your comfort zone and do something new. Do something new. We've also got a time for healing. So I wouldn't push it uphill for the rest of the year. I would honestly do the energy work. Sometimes I don't even like using the word work because people sort of perceive that to feel and mean something different. But I don't even know really what word to use for it. But I think at the end of the day, a lot of people just need to give themselves permission to surrender, to learn something new, to not fit into a mold, to not be influenced by other people too much, to not listen to other people's advice and guidance because, you know, we all know within our soul what is best for us as individuals. Is there a full moon coming up or something? Is there a significant moon phase coming up? If any of my little astrologers on here know. I definitely need to work on my confidence. Where my painting class? Try not to romanticize the unwanted right now or use that as your excuse for moving forward. You have balance coming in. It's really important that you follow your intuition. Your intuition is what feels best for you at that time. Oh, thank you so much, Georgie. You're a beautiful soul. Thank you so much. And once again, I'm happy to answer a question if you're going to be here. Thanks, babe. I appreciate ya. You are very close to achieving your goal. You need to know that. You need to know that 2025 has the potential of you materializing and coming into possession everything that you've been calling in after a very tough year of lessons. But the trick is you've got to learn your lesson. You've got to learn your lesson. You've got to apply a different way or a different modality to doing something. You need to kind of get everyone else out of the picture by setting up boundaries and whatever you need. And you've got to tap into the feeling space of what this is. December 15th is a full moon. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Yep. Another big one. Another big one. I literally got goosebumps when you said that. Energy worker. Anyway, so Spirit wants you to believe in the impossible as well. So obviously your thoughts, the way you think, your chronic thoughts are what create your belief systems. Some people believe in Santa. Some people don't believe in Santa. Some people believe that the world is doomed and gloomed and that there's so much injustice out there. Some people believe in a brighter future. Some people, I believe the children are our future. Breaking out the song now. But your belief system is just an accumulation of your strong thought systems. So if some of you need to start somewhere, I would tap into your thoughts. The amount of people that I read for this week, their main piece of guidance was shift your thought patterns. Shift your thought patterns so you can start creating some new belief systems. I believe I can fly. I can believe I can touch the sky. Got to get into the fantasy and the daydream of life a little bit. You need to know that a new romantic cycle is beginning. This could be just a beautiful romantic cycle of life where it's just you loving on you, you know, nourishing and taking care of you, self-love, self-care, all that sort of stuff. Depends on where you are in your timeline. This can be actually in love. Found the love of my life in the last couple of months. Go great guys. Expecting more and more and more. This can be also just love in what you do and in your passions, in your creative pursuits, all that sort of stuff. Spirit wants you to know that you're very close to achieving something significant. But before that happens, you need to know where you're flogging the dead horse. That's why they're bringing me back. If you don't know how to do that, write down the unwanted to write down the wanted. If this has to do with people, though, make sure that you're not expecting other people to change to fit into your new desires, because it won't work. It won't work. It won't work. All right. So we'll get some tarot. He is real, Jackie. He is real. Oh, you may give me goosebumps, Joshua. I'm glad you're receiving what you need. Oh, yeah, I've certainly met my love. Yeah. I've got to be careful showing these cards. Because of the nudity on them. So we got soulmate connections coming in. You are going to find your tribe if I use the lingo of everyday man. This can be new friendship circles. This can be new, if you're learning about your gifts and abilities, maybe you'll join workshops with like-minded people. That's the encouragement. Get around those who are doing or teaching what you want to know. Get amongst where you're going rather than sit in where you are and where you've been and keep regurgitating that. You know, you don't put your clothes in a washing machine and put it on and use the water that you used the last wash. You know, did that even make sense? Who knows? If you look at your immediate environment and it's not working for you, you need to use this time, the rest of the lineal time we have in 2025 to clean it up. I've cleaned everything from top to bottom, even in my physical environment. It could be your diet, it can be your physical environment, it can be your thoughts, it can be the people you hang around. It can be anything, whatever area of your life that needs to be purged, do it now. Because I'm guaranteeing you, when it comes to the 3D world, the material world, you are going to receive something that's going to get you shifted on a whole new trajectory. It really is. I hear the train coming. It's coming around the bend. Some of you are definitely relocating too. So you may be relocating for work. Maybe you're relocating home. Maybe you're just traveling more. You're going to be traveling more, having the resources, the money, the opportunity, the new connections to travel more. That's why they keep going back to stepping outside your comfort zone. Could be that too. Choo-choo. They're just telling me relocate. Relocation is possible for some of you. Maybe some of you do need to relocate to put yourself in a better position vibrationally to receive what you're calling in. Maybe some of you will find your tribe in different locations and you'll get to travel to see them as well. Could be networking. If you're in business and stuff, networking with other people. Broaden your mind. Steps outside of the box. Try not to create in lack or limit or scarcity because you're flogging a dead horse. Yeah, purging feels great, doesn't it? Jamie, it's very, very significant for you to do what you need to do. As much as Spirit can guide people, it's not really our job to tell people what they should do. If you need closure to find out this information, we would encourage that. Sometimes we don't get that closure from the source of the problem either, so it's really important to know that as well. But I'll answer your question after. Guys, you've got some sort of financial abundance coming in for you. 2025 is going to get better for real estate. I'm telling you that now. I've been predicting that for a few months. It's going to get better for real estate. It's that's probably why they're saying relocation is really important here. So a lot of you may be moving, getting the funds to do it. Some of you are about to receive a financial offer. So this could be, would you like to work for us? This could be more clients for those who are self-employed. This could be a product that you're about to launch that's going to earn you some money. Some of you are going to be validated or acknowledged in some type of way. So if you're currently working somewhere right now, you could get offered a promotion or a pay rise or something of significance or some type of bonus on top of that. Whatever this is coming in for you, it's coming along to empower you, because Spirit know that we need 3D things sometimes to give us that little bit of a boost. So there's a boost coming in for each and every one of you. Well, it's possible. So you need to have your heart open to receive, and you need to know that you are worthy of whatever this is coming in. And a lot of you are stepping up into your power. So this could be just a fact, you know what? I'm sick of being a doormat. I'm sick of people walking all over me. I'm sick of selling for sloppy seconds and less than I deserve. I deserve better. I'm going to find peace with where I am, and I'm going to cut out the bullshit, create some boundaries, get a little bit more determined in my life, and, you know, screw everybody else. This is what I'm going to do. And if you tap into that energy and turn your pain into a passion, and in turn get passionate about something and turn that into your purpose, because your purpose is virtually just joy and happiness and all that naturally lays within you, it's going to pay off for you. It's going to pay off for you. Oh, okay, Jackie. Love ya. Thank you so much. Oh, I'd love to read for you, doll. For sure. Have fun. Yeah. So some of you have a passionate offer coming towards you. So someone either passionately wants to be in a relationship with you, or someone passionately wants you to work for them. It's like they have to have you on whatever area that means, or they have, something like that. And then there's also financial offers coming in as well. You can do have it all. It could be both. But either which way, what you want you to. But are you expecting it? Are you hopeful? Are you optimistic? Are you looking at how things currently are? Or have they been too much? Are you focused? Have you got that clear knowing that something great is happening, but you're so focused on the absence of it? It's not coming. Where is it? You know, your instant gratification isn't being nourished or nurtured, you know. Check in with self. It's coming in. And a lot of you aren't expecting this. You can expect this. The collective that are probably watching this, that you can actually expect this between now and the middle or end of January. And that's probably why they guided me to do this more of a guidance, like a coaching, mentoring type thing today. Still coming in. Yep. Watch your thoughts, because your thoughts create your things. Temper your emotion. Temper your emotion. The word that I want to use for the rest of the year, if you want to Google it, tap into the psychology of it, whatever you want to do, it's regulation. A lot of people need to regulate themselves, regulate their thoughts, try not to think too much, regulate their emotions so their emotions don't get away on them too much. Regulate yourself, create some type of balance within yourself. If you don't know what to do, a great way to regulate that is say, you know what? That's okay, brain. You don't know what to do right now and you don't know which way to go. But I know that there is a process out there that that will come to me, and soothe yourself. So acknowledge the original thought and feeling, but replace it with something a little bit more empowering. I'm having fun working it out. And if I don't know, I can ask somebody. Because after all, what I want wants me too. And I love learning. I love exploring. I'll ask the question. I'll research it. Knowledge is power. And that instantly shifts the vibration. Instantly. So you guys, I really want to let you know, and it's going to be totally dependent on what you guys do as sovereign beings and what you choose for yourself. But there are more emotionally fulfilling times that are coming in for you. Financially fulfilling and emotionally fulfilling. Widen your social web. Get out there, socialize, mingle, network, whatever it is for you. You need to be around more like-minded and fulfilling connections. It comes back down to manifesting your tribe. We got imagination in this deck as well. So give yourself permission to daydream. Your imagination is the portal to manifesting the life you desire. If you were to sit there for 10 minutes, set your alarm, picture yourself. Take a big deep breath. Picture yourself in the next 3, 6, 12 months' time. And take money out of the equation. Take your immediate influence out of the equation. Take out the experiences that you've had in the past. Get all of it out. Step outside your ego and say, if I can see myself in 3, 6, 12 months' time, what does it look like for me? I'm confidently wearing a bikini body. That's mine. And I'm walking down the beach and I'm feeling confident and I'm not giving a rip about what anyone else thinks. And I'm accepting and loving myself exactly how I am. And, I'm fully surrounded by fellow confident people, and we're all swimming and we're eating lunch in romantic parts of the world, and I'm earning this much money and all this, and go into the fantasy of that. Write it down. If you have trouble just staying in your mind, write it down. Go into your fantasy land. Go into your daydream. It's more effective than going, this is pissing me off and I'm stuck and I'm stagnant and I don't know what I'm going to do, and confusion and blah, 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 blah. Oh, you're welcome, Graceful. And thank you for letting me know. Absolutely, Gay. Positive thinking creates positive outcomes. Surrender. I said that. Surrender. Surrender the need to control it. Surrender the need to have it all worked out. Surrender the need to manipulate anything. Surrender the need for external influences to have to be a certain way for you to be happy. Dance with what is rather than what isn't. Make the most of the situation. Sometimes we have choices that are out of our control. But the one thing that we always have a choice over is how we think and how we feel about certain situations. You still have control over that. And we're loving you right back, Jamie. Loving you right back. So be brave, you guys. Be brave. Try to be a little bit more vulnerable. You're so close to achieving a specific goal of yours. You're going to have to step outside your comfort zone and be a bit bolder, a bit braver. Know that you're worth it. Choose to be a warrior, not a warrior. Your wounds are your war paint. You are much braver than you think. So be brave, you guys. And just remember that Rome wasn't built in a day, but every day creating a small shift in your lifestyle, in your routine, hanging around more decent people, more high vibrational people, being able to be vulnerable and ask for help where help is required, all that sort of stuff. It's going to like change your life in ways you have no idea. Give yourself a break. Don't be so hard on yourself. Please don't be so hard on yourself. You are a human being, not a human doing. Don't be so hard on yourself and give yourself a break. That's backed up by the Hermit card here. You create through your vibration and your energy, and that's what you attract from, not from the physical action steps that you actually take. Sure, you may dump one person and get a whole new person, but you'll find that that new person that you manifest, if you haven't done the energy work and shifted certain aspects of self, you'll have your little honeymoon period and all that, but then you'll experience the same outcome as you had with the last person. Same as changing jobs. I had a lady on Saturday night. She was going to quit a job because of the co-workers and stuff like that. And the first message will come out is, don't quit. Don't quit. There's a lesson in this for you. You know. Hey, kitty, how are you, gorgeous? Yeah. So once again, they're telling you to get out of your comfort zone. It's time to treat this life like one big journey. It's a voyage. Get out of your comfort zone. Your heart wants to sail somewhere new. And I think I've been saying that in the little Facebook posts and Instagram posts as well. There is magic in the air right now. Believe in magic. If you feel like you'll believe it when you see it, at the end of the day, when it comes to law of attraction, you need to see it to believe it. Like you need to see it in your mind and know it for it to be true. Yep. Be flexible in how things are going to come in for you. Use your imagination for what it is that you want. Massive ringing in my left ear. Thank you very much. Use your imagination for what it is that you don't want. You are merging into a new life. A new life cycle for yourselves. You are going to get your karmic rewards, which is basically just something better, something that you've been calling in for yourself. From this year of shit that was. So use your time wisely. Yep, a lot of you are changing your life in a whole new direction. Some of you still need to learn how to do that. What to do, who, what, when, why. Get a coach, get a mentor, Google it, find the solutions and the resources that you may need to help you move forward. But what I love about this is we've got the loyal heart. So if trust has been a massive thing for you in your life, please know that the people, your tribe, your connections, your lovers, your friends, your new tribe are going to be a lot more loyal and committed to the connections. Really wonderful co-creative connections. But first of all, you've got to get into that energy and vibration yourself. Okay, Kitty, sorry, that was my fault. You just have to watch this space. We're just writing out the year. Look, soulmate relationships. So if you're calling in love and you're wondering, is love ever going to find me or come into my life? It definitely is. I've had that about 3 or 4 times now. Had that, and if it's not intimate relationships, it's just new friendships. So don't mourn the ones who chose to throw you under a bus, disappoint you in some way or whatever it is. Don't mourn them. Try not to grieve too much over that, regardless of whether you've known them for 2 years, 20 years, 50 years. I know that sounds very cold, but, you know, people come into your life for a certain reason. Once you learn that lesson and that reason, they either stay and grow and expand with you, or they get replaced with more loyalty, more respect, you know, more emotional connections. We also got to accept heaven's help. So call upon spirit. Call upon spirit and your guides, your spirit team to help you if you do really get stuck. We've also got self-employment that jumped out as well. I missed that. So we've got self-employment as well. So if you are tapping into a freedom-based lifestyle, self-employment opportunities, they have the potential of financially taking off for you. So at the end of the day, for the rest of the practice self-forgiveness. you did the best you could with what you had, with the perspective you had, with the offers and opportunities and offers that you had at that time. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. When you forgive yourself, you learn to forgive others as well. And that helps in the creation journey. And stay optimistic. So, yeah, it's about staying optimistic and staying hopeful. So, yeah, I hope that helps some of you. Thank you all so much for hanging in there. Yeah. Spirit would love for you to enjoy the journey from now on. They want to reassure you that you can overcome everything. If you go back and reflect on your life and think, God, I made it through that and I made it through that, give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself a pat on the back. If you can make it through what you've been through, you can make it from where you are right now in your own reality. Abundance is going to start pouring into your life. Whether this is abundance in actual finances, in abundance in offers and opportunities, abundance in love. You know, you get to define what abundance and value actually looks and feels like to you as an individual. Some people are happy just to have an extra $100 in their bank a week. Some people want the millions. It doesn't matter. The universe is unlimited. You can have whatever you set your mind to. It's only us as human beings that pinch ourselves off from the source and the supply that is actually available to us. And Spirit want everyone to start expanding your horizons. Want more for yourselves, because you will always want more. It's human nature to want more. It's not greedy. It's not greedy or anything like that. Spirit know that the more that you have and the more you receive and the better you feel and the more confident you are, you'll have more to pay it forward in the community, you know, with a full cup rather than an empty one. So, yeah. Oh, I love that, Gay. Was it as hard as you thought? All right, Georgie. Thanks, girlfriend. And thanks so much for your super chat. I really appreciate it. Oh, I love you too, girl. Love you too. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'll talk to you on the flip side. So, yeah, guys, I hope that helped you guys in some way. If you do have self-development question or you want to ask a quick question, I'm happy to do so. I'll probably go another 10 minutes or so. But if you do want me, please reach out on my website. If you are looking for a Reiki session or healing, you can get in contact with me and I can line you up with my partner. He does the medical intuitive side. Where would you like me to message you to book in for your reading that? You can just grab me through the contact section on my website, babe, or my email address if you have that. If not, DM me. It's just sometimes I forget about the DMs because I get quite a few and I forget to go back to them. Oh, you're welcome, Kim. You're welcome, girlfriend. Yeah, sure, Bev. Sure. All right, Joshua. Let's get this. Spirit, can you tap me out of the collective? Let's get into some one-on-ones quickly. And I'll try to get, I'm just going to give you all a quick snippet. So I can try and get through as many as I can in 10 minutes. All right. Oh, all good. I look forward to it, kitty. I look forward to it. All right. Spirit is... Joshua, is his energy focusing on the wrong person? I think it's difficult because the person you're focusing on right now may have potential. There's something going on. Hang on, let me just ask again. Or maybe it's the fact that you see their potential, but their behaviors and actions don't represent what you see of them. I don't know. You do have a relationship or a connection coming in for you. I do see union. Yeah. They would like for you to take some time out and focus on yourself first and foremost, because there's going to be a really wonderful shift that happens in your work or career sector. I'm going to say it. I think there's someone new coming on the scene for you. Yeah, and I think there's someone new coming in for you, and I think this energy is more intuitive based. They're probably a psychic themselves. They're probably a spiritualist or something like that. More so, if the person that you're focusing on, if they exhibit those energies, then it could be a sign of allowing that person you're focusing on, allow their actions to speak louder than their words, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I hope that wasn't too confusing for you. So you should be focusing on yourself first and foremost, but there is a relationship still coming in for you. Denise, is there anything that I should be doing right now to align with all the goods coming in to me? I would do the collective recommendation, darling, because you are closing out a cycle. They want you to not be so hard on yourself, first and foremost, because you've got a lot going on, got a lot on your plate or whatever. 2025 is actually going to be a very financially rewarding year for you. So I asked about you specifically, and they just said you just need to clarify your own direction a little bit more definitively. And as you're doing that, try not to get into, well, I can't do that because I have kids, or I can't do that, and bring in the reasons why you can't. Because I feel like there's going to be a massive shift happen for you, and there's something about you earning more money from a hobby or some sort of work-related activity next year, but you just need to define that for yourself a little bit more. That makes sense. Oh, thank you, Bev. You're an absolute treasure. I really appreciate that, darling. All right, Bev, your question is borderline legal, so I can only give you what Spirit will give me. No, I don't see him going for custody of him, but I don't see him leaving his dad's either at this point in time. I like to, with these quick questions, I like to go within, you know, the next 3 months, 3 to 6 months or whatever. But they are maybe guiding you to shift your perspective around the injustice that you feel towards that. I do feel like you will have a balanced connection with your son, and get on the same page. There's something significant about you guys possibly getting on the same page. Yeah. Because they're saying lay down your guns, and I hope I don't get shadow banned for saying that word, but that's what they're saying. They're saying lay down, because there is a potential of things balancing themselves out between yous. So, yeah. Oh, awesome, Joshua. Feel free to book in with me. I would love that. Love that. That makes sense. Bev? Well, I'm giving you the psychic possibility, even though many psychics call it prediction, I call it possibility. There is a strong possibility that you guys can get on the same page. So, hope that relieves you a little bit. You're welcome, darling. You're welcome. Tracy looked at a house today. It's so funny because relocation come up in the collective read as well. Tracy. They're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I can't answer that specifically for you because they're showing me the number 3. So whether this is in the 3rd month of next year or whether you'll have 3 to choose from. There is something about the property right now that may give you a headache though. I do see you getting something within the next 3 months though. But there's something connected to your specific question about the house of this house, something about giving you a headache. I don't know. What have I missed? So I hope that helped you, Tracy. Are you replying to someone, Shaylee? I've missed what's going on there. 1010 on my thing. 1010 on my camera. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, my tummy's going to growl, so I'm going to go. I hope that helped you. If you do watch the replay, make sure you pop a good day in the comments down below. If you do need me, everything is in my description down below as well. That's how we can positively shift and prepave and prepare our energy leading into 2025. It's only a couple of weeks away, you guys. Oh my God, it's only a couple of weeks away. Oh, I'm glad you did, Tracy. I'm glad you did. And you know what? It's probably my own ignorance, I don't know, but I'm so glad that people love the guidance just as much as the psychic insight. I really underestimated how much people need that sometimes more than, the actual psychic stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, you guys, I love you so much. Thanks so much once again. If you do have any further questions you want to ask, pop them underneath and I can come back and answer them as a post or something. But if not, just keep taking day by day by day. Do the processes, write down what the things that you don't want so you can articulate what it is that you do want. Try to get into more scripting of affirmations and self-scripts. Those in my membership get their weekly scripts as well. Just do anything, then beat the drum of how it currently is and how it's been. That's all you need to do. All right, guys, I look forward to possibly reading for some of you one-on-one soon. And, take care of yourselves. Love ya. Bye.